Today I'm going to talk about building a student's binder to help them stay organized at school as well as at home. Some students with autism spectrum disorder have executive function problems. They may lose important papers, forget to write homework assignments down, or be unable to maintain an organized binder. Some of the brightest and most creative students need help getting organized. The first step to getting organized is to plan your system or routine with your child. It should be simple and easy to use and should appeal to the student. Next, you must have student buy-in. The easiest way to achieve this is to involve them in the process. Let them make decisions. You can take them shopping for a new binder. They can choose the color or the character on it if they like. And if you already have a binder, let them decorate it with stickers or markers. Lastly, have fun and be creative in the process. You will also need to decide which type of planner or agenda book will work best for the student. He or she may want a calendar page that fits directly into their binder, or they may want a separate agenda notebook to keep homework due dates, test dates, as well as other important information that may help them get their schoolwork in. Once you have decided if you want to include your agenda in your binder or have a separate notebook, you need to determine which style will work best for you. Some have a page for every month, some a page for a week, and other a page for an entire day. It will depend on how much space your student needs and which style suits them best. Some schools will give students an agenda at the beginning of the year. If this is not the case at your school, they can easily be found at Target, Walmart, or any other office store. In addition to these stores, you can find many free samples to print off the internet. This may be the way to go while you are determining which style is best for your student. When selecting the type of binder, you have several options. You can use one binder for all of your classes, one binder for morning classes and then a different binder for afternoon classes, or a separate binder for each class. There are several items you can add to your binder to help keep it organized. Folder dividers with pockets or envelope style that close with Velcro are great for keeping everything in place. Loose leaf reinforced paper to take notes, and a pencil pouch for pens, pencils, highlighters, lunch money are just a few of the items you will find. Here are a couple of examples we have made. The first picture shows what we made for a fourth grader. She chose to have a separate binder for science, vocabulary, and social studies, and a shared binder for reading and writing. Each binder contains loose leaf paper and a folder for handouts and homework. The second picture shows what we put together for a third grader who requested to have one binder for all of her subjects. Her binder contains a folder for each subject, as well as folders labeled Take Home and Turn In. She has also included a weekly planner to write down homework assignments. The weekly planner was one of the many free downloads we found to print from the internet. Here is an example we put together for a 7th grader. He chose to have one zipper binder for all of his subjects. After discussing his class schedule, he will only be able to make it to his locker twice during the school day, so it is important to him to be able to carry everything he needs to go from one class to the next. His binder includes an accordion file with a space labeled for each class for him to put handouts in once he receives them. It also has loose leaf paper for taking notes, 5 subject folders with Velcro closure, and a pencil pouch to hold pens, pencils, and highlighters. The middle school he attends gives each student an agenda on the first day of school, and this will be added to the binder once he receives it. Regardless of which type of binder you create, it is important to find a home for homework. Designate a place for homework and forms that need to be returned. Ask your student where it should be and what they would like to call it. It is important to establish daily routines. With your student, determine a time and a place to empty their binders and folders. Make sure completed homework is returned to its place and designate a place for their backpack or binder to go each night so you aren't frantically trying to find it in the morning on the way out the door to school. a time each week to go through your binder and folders. Remove items no longer needed or that don't belong. Move items still needed for studying to home folders, such as the Pendaflex hanging organizer shown. This helps to declutter your binder, but easily keeps notes and assignments together and organized for when they are needed to review for tests or quizzes. Also, refill supplies such as papers and pencils if needed. Here are a few helpful hints to stay organized. Post a checklist of what belongs in the binder. During daily or weekly check-ins, go over the list. Remember, conversations disappear, but you can always refer back to a checklist. Take a photograph of the binder when it is completely organized. This will help your student to remember how it should look. Remember to offer choices. This will help with student buy-in, and you can also set up a reward system to encourage student participation. Other helpful hints include placing folders in students' binder in order of class schedule and color-coding folders, notebooks, and schedules by class. Also, if something isn't working, ask why. Discuss with the student and make a list together of possible solutions. Lastly, make changes when necessary. If something is working this semester, it doesn't mean it'll work next semester. Information about the items shown, as well as links to the free downloads mentioned, can be found on the Building Your Binder Pinterest board. Our Pinterest website is www.pinterest.com/WVATC. If you would like to reach us here at the West Virginia Autism Training Center, our website is www.marshall.edu/ATC, or you can call 304-696-2332.